Who would win in a fight, Superman or Popeye the Sailor? I know, it sounds like a joke, but stick with me. On one side, we have the Man of Steel, the last son of Krypton, a literal god among men. On the other, a one-eyed, mumbling sailor with ridiculously oversized forearms and a crippling spinach addiction. On paper, this is the most one-sided fight in history. Superman can move planets, fly faster than light, and shoot lasers from his eyes. Popeye, well, he gets into fist fights with a big guy named Bluto over a woman who looks like olive oil. It seems like a no-brainer, right? Superman sneezes and accidentally blows Popeye into the next galaxy. Case closed. But what if I told you there's more to this sailor than meets the eye? What if Popeye isn't just strong? What if his power is something far more bizarre? Something even Superman can't punch his way out of? Let's start with Superman. We all know his powers: super strength, super speed, invulnerability, flight, heat vision, freeze breath. The list goes on and on. He's powered by our yellow sun, making him a living solar battery. His only well-known weaknesses are kryptonite, red sun radiation, and magic. He's fought cosmic tyrants, gods, and monsters that can shatter reality itself. He once held a black hole in his hand. He flew so fast, he literally reversed time. In a straight-up physical contest, he's arguably the strongest hero in the DC universe. So, how could a simple sailor possibly stand a chance? Popeye's greatest feat of strength before eating his spinach is probably punching a hole in a wall, or maybe lifting a car. Against Superman, that's like a fly trying to punch a battleship. It's not even a contest. So, before the spinach comes out, Popeye is toast. It's a 10-second fight, and 9 of those seconds are Superman deciding how to win without hurting him too much. But then, it happens. Just as Superman is about to flick Popeye into orbit, our sailor hero gets knocked around. He's on the ropes, beaten and bruised. He reaches into his shirt, pulls out that trusty can of spinach, squeezes it, and down the hatch it goes. The music swells, his muscles bulge, and the fight truly begins. Now, what exactly does spinach do to Popeye? Most people think it just makes him super strong, and it does. We've seen him punch someone so hard they turn into a pile of coins, lift entire buildings, and even punch a bull into a stack of lunch meat. He's punched ghosts, deflected bullets with his chin, and moved the sun to make the day longer. These are impressive feats, no doubt. But are they Superman level? Lifting a building is cute, but Superman moves planets. Punching hard is great, but Superman can shatter dimensions with his punches. It still seems like Superman has the edge in raw power, even with Popeye at his peak. However, this is where we misunderstand the true nature of Popeye's power. He's not just a strong man, he's a cartoon character, and his power isn't just super strength, it's Toon Force. Toon Force is the unofficial name for the ability of cartoon characters to bend, break, or completely ignore the laws of physics for comedic effect. It's why Wile E. Coyote can run off a cliff and only fall when he looks down. It's why Bugs Bunny can pull a giant anvil out of his pocket. Popeye is one of the most powerful users of Toon Force in history. His strength isn't limited by physics, it's limited by what's funny. His power is literally narrative causality. He wins because the story says he wins. He's the hero. He eats his spinach, and he wins the fight. That's the formula. Think about some of the insane things Popeye has done. He once got hit by the comic strip's artist's pen and just punched the artist back, literally breaking the fourth wall. He has punched characters out of the film strip itself. He has become a constellation, sailed through the sky, and used a ship's anchor to pull the moon closer. These aren't feats of strength, they are feats of reality warping. Popeye can manipulate the very fabric of his existence to ensure victory. He doesn't operate under the same rules as Superman. Superman is bound by the pseudoscience of his universe, solar radiation, Kryptonian biology, and so on. Popeye is bound by nothing but the needs of the plot. If the funniest or most heroic outcome is for him to punch the concept of gravity, he'll do it. So, how does this fight play out? Superman, being the good guy he is, probably tries to subdue Popeye without seriously hurting him. He might try to fly him into space, but Popeye, powered by spinach, could just grab the edge of the comic panel and pull himself back down. Superman might use his heat vision. Popeye might pull out a mirror from his pocket, reflect the beams back, and give Superman a comical haircut. Superman could try to punch him to the moon. Popeye would just land, find a convenient moon rock, and bat himself back to Earth for round 2. Every tool in Superman's arsenal, which is based on physics, would be met with an answer that defies physics. It would be endlessly frustrating for the Man of Steel. He's trying to solve a math problem, and Popeye is eating the paper. The core of the issue is this: Superman's power is to overcome physical obstacles. Popeye's power is to overcome narrative obstacles. Superman is a character in a story, while Popeye is a character who knows he's in a story and can manipulate it. He can literally reach outside the narrative and change it. Can Superman punch a plot device? Can he use heat vision on a funny gag? No, because those things don't exist in his physical world. This is why characters like MrBeast, a fifth-dimensional imp who also warps reality, are such a huge problem for Superman. He can't punch magic or reality-bending powers, and Popeye, through his Toon Force, is essentially a street-level reality bender. Let's not forget Popeye's durability. The man is practically indestructible after a can of spinach. He's been flattened, blown up, twisted into a pretzel, and he just pops right back into shape a second later. Superman could hit him with the force of 1,000 exploding suns, and Popeye would likely just turn into a flat, accordion-like version of himself, make a funny sound, and then reinflate, ready for more. The damage doesn't stick because it's funnier if it doesn't. He has a regenerative ability that operates on the speed of comedy. So, who wins? In the end, it has to be Popeye. Not because he's stronger, faster, or more durable in any conventional sense. He wins because that's his power. His superpower is winning. Superman is a hero who fights for truth and justice within a consistent set of rules. Popeye is a hero whose only rule is that he has to win in the end, usually to save olive oil from Pluto. Against a serious threat like Superman, the narrative demand for him to win would be even stronger. He would eat his spinach, and the universe itself would bend over backward to ensure his victory. He might not even beat Superman by punching him. He might just punch the color yellow out of the sun, depowering Superman instantly. Or he might pull out a giant pencil and erase Superman from the page. With Toon Force, anything is possible. It's a battle of physics versus fiction, and in a cartoon world, fiction always wins. It's a crazy thought, but the humble sailor with a can of vegetables is one of the few beings who could definitively and comically defeat the Man of Steel. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.